Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to WIW. We are here on Monday Night Mayhem. My name is Darren Jacobs, and we are here for another debut matchup. And here tonight, kicking off the show, is this man, ready to make his debut. Don't have many luchadors in this company. We have, of course, El Miracle, one half of Team Brendan. But other than that, I can't think of any others that spring to mind immediately. El Estrella Chico is the name of this man. I might Google that just to see what that means. But this man is making his way down to the ring and making a debut. Quite an appearance he's got there. Definitely a memorable character right there. But is he a memorable wrestler? Remember, that is the important part of this. We all know the tradition by now. A debuter comes in and he's set to prove himself in in-ring action against a mystery opponent. Tonight, we don't know who he's going to be up against. But what we do know is this man has to showcase his skills with this opportunity that he has been given here tonight. Can he do that? We'll find out. But first, we need to see who his opponent's going to be. Oh, and judging by the theme music, I have an idea. It's Wwe2K18. Last week, robbed of the main event from the interruption from Aaron Albright, who took matter into his own hands as WIW champion to get Wwe2K18 out of the main event and put himself in. But Wwe2K18's here tonight to get back on the card. It's been a while since we've seen him in some in-ring action, and that's a good sign of things to come. Get him in the ring, get him some more training, and he's training in some of the rookies. He's had a decent start here, to his credit, but he hasn't really stood out above the crowd, and that is what Wwe2K18 needs to do here. And if he can do so, coming in, oh, look at this. Little flip of his own there. And now he needs to pull off a win if he can. Show he's worthy of being pushed back into the main event picture, as he was last week. Bell rings and away we go. And this should be an interesting contest to kick us off. We've got a great night of action ahead of us here on Monday Night Mayhem. All building up towards what's going to be a huge main event for the Mayhem Tag Team Championships. That's right, the Linebacks are cashing in their opportunity for the tag team titles here tonight against Up, Up, Down, Down in tonight's huge main event. But before all that, we've got a big show to come where we will be crowning Money in the Bank participants as well as new rookies, as we are seeing here as El Estrella Chico is getting straight to work here on Wwe2K18. Oh, look at this. Wwe2K18 sends him outside the ring. What's he thinking? Look at that. He's going to take him out. And for someone who just recently debuted, Wwe2K18, just trying to find his feet here, hasn't quite made the impact I'm sure he would have liked to have. But he's working his hardest to prove he's worth being up there with the top dogs. Last week he had earned himself a shot in the main event, and unfortunately for him that didn't follow through. But he did send a message to Rage to say to knock off that cocky champion. So maybe Wwe2K18 will be gunning for Albright if Rage can't get the job done. Or maybe that it may even be Jaden. Wwe2K18's making it known that he has no intention of backing down from the champion. So look at this. Right now he might be looking for a count-out victory here on Chico. Or is he going to get him back inside? He does. Wwe2K18 looking for that pinfall victory. He's here to impress tonight. He's not here to just scrape through a win. And Estrella Chico also here to impress. That's the #1 goal of this match, to showcase your skills and abilities. But right now, Chico really struggling. There's a snap suplex by Wwe2K18. And now going middle rope. Oh, and didn't quite land like he'd imagined, but he got a very nice connection on it, straight into the cover. And it's only a 1 on Chico. And that's promising signs that it's not a 2 this early on in the match. And look at this. Deadlift, inverted DDT. And Wwe2K18 really coming out here tonight. But look at this now. Estrella Chico with a chance to push on. What can he do? He's going to chop there. But now he needs to really get going in this one. He had a good start, but let his momentum slip. And now Wwe2K18 is taking full advantage. Massive discus clothesline. And Estrella Chico rolls out of harm's way. Oh, look at that. Big punch. And now on the apron, begging him to get back to his feet. What's he thinking here? Look at this. Oh. He teased him there, went for a running clothesline. Decided against it, and he's going to bring him back into the ring. Regen begging him to get back to his feet. Oh, big counter there by Chico. An opening is opened up. He needs to capitalize on it. Here we go. That luchador instinct coming in. Look at the fly. There's a beautiful splash. Not quite getting all of it, though. And I think he came off the worst in that one. And it hasn't been the best of starts for Chico, but trying to fight back if he can. Now look at this. What's he thinking? Oh, a big inverted suplex there. And that's better. There's signs of life here again. He's going for the cover. A little ambitious here to get that cover, and he gets a 1. And that's not what he wanted to see. But really, that's what you should be expecting. Look at this once again to the middle rope. Chico begging him to get back to his feet. And now look at this. Big forearm from the middle rope. The crowd are loving this. The high-flying and fast-paced offense of Chico. They're loving that as he's starting to get going in this one. But look at this. Regen very wisely came out and in on the ring. But Chico once again getting the upper hand there in that situation. And now look at this. Pele kick. And a busted open Oliver Regen in the middle of the ring. Oh, and look at this. Twisting of the arm here. Oh! Oh my God, nearly snapped his arm off. That is disgusting. And now up on the shoulders, look at this. Oh, what a move. And Regen has just been completely thrown off guard by all of this. Look at this. And now look at this. Springboard. Going top rope. Looking to finish this one off, maybe. Oh, 630 senton from El Estrella Chico. Good night. What a win for El Estrella Chico. It took him a minute or two to get really going in this one. But that is how you end your debut match. A very rare debut win. Oh, look at this. Looks like Regen's going to show a little sign of respect. A well-deserved victory and a well-deserved sign of respect for El Estrella Chico. That is not what Oliver Regen would have wanted. But what a debut that was. You couldn't have asked for much better from the luchador. Big win for El Estrella Chico. Let's move on down the rest of the card, but I think a star is now in the making. And now, up on the card, we have a very important triple threat match, as one of these three men are going to represent Monday Night Mayhem at the Money in the Bank ladder match at the Uprising pay-per-view. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. It's finally time to decide who's going to represent Monday Night Mayhem. We know Black Jesus is, and he's going to be part of a match later that will decide another participant, potentially two. You'll learn more about that as the time comes. But tonight, this man is getting an opportunity after debuting with a victory just last week. Stephen Miller has impressed the general manager enough to get this big opportunity. And you know what? People who win their first match usually go on to do big things, and it's just the fact of the matter. And Stephen Miller did just that, and he did it in impressive fashion. Can't think of a moment where he didn't look like he was going to walk out the winner of that one. And that is exactly what you wanted to do. He made a big fuss of the debut through social media, and he's made a big presence, or as big as he possibly can be, for someone just coming into the wrestling business. But Stephen Miller, he won over the crowd last week, but can he win this match and progress to the Money in the Bank ladder match? Or is it still too early in his career, and does he need more time to develop? But these two men that he's up against, the first one, also relatively new to the brand, and also trying to make his mark, but again, he's impressed the general manager, and that is what the general manager is looking for. Someone who takes the initiative, someone who really shows off his skills, someone who really shows that they have what it takes to make it here on Monday Night Mayhem, or Friday Fight Night, or even just on the show for that matter. And here comes another man who impressed, and that is Mason Foster. Debuted a couple of weeks ago. Since then, took a little bit of made a little bit of change to himself. He came out in the comments and said he's just been adjusting himself, making sure he's better equipped to come out and compete here on Monday Night Mayhem. He learned from his mistakes in his debut matchup, and he's now ready to build off him. And that's exactly what you want in WIW. And that is what caught the general manager's eye. Mason Foster has proven to the general manager he's taking each match one at a time. He's learning from them, and that's exactly what we need here on Monday Night Mayhem. Hard workers, people who are willing to work for their spots. And Mason Foster here to do just that here on Monday Night Mayhem, if he can. And what a big opportunity it is for him here today to join Black Jesus and the rest of the Fight Night crew in the Money in the Bank ladder match. So far confirmed in that match is Black Jesus from Monday Night Mayhem, and we have all 4 of the people on Fight Night. We have Max Danger, we have Liam Connors, we have Wilson Woodward, and now Ryan Austin. But now we're going to crown one more person here in this match. Could it be one of these two, or could it be this man? Jax Wolf. After putting on one of the fights of his life, if not the fight of his life, in a 2-on-1 handicap match just a few weeks ago, recovering from any knocks and bruises that may have been left over from that one. And I think the Dragon Dynasty are done dealing with him 2-on-1. But a big, big fight that was for him, and even with the defeat, he showed how good he can be. He made a statement, and Jax Wolf really has shown himself this year. The fact that it took 2 massive giants in Tyson Jackson and Lance to take him out, it's saying something. And that's caught the general manager's eye, and that's got him a shot here. In WIW, it's all about making good impressions, drawing the crowd, and that's exactly what this man has been doing. And now can he keep it up here tonight and earn himself a title shot? That's what he wants. And that's what the Money in the Bank will offer. Stephen Miller, Mason Foster, and Jax Wolf all competing here tonight. Let's get this one underway. Let's see how this one progresses. And look at this, Mason Foster going straight for Stephen Miller. Oh, look at this, Jax Wolf coming in to help there. Oh, and a double gutbuster to start this one off. And getting double teamed out of the gate is not what you want. And look at this, Jax Wolf now. Series of punches and chops. Oh, and Mason Foster sending him to the other side so that Stephen Miller can now land some strikes of his own. Look at this, just trading fists early on here. A big clothesline. And look at this, the fists coming out from all over the place. And oh, and a big knee. And Jax Wolf just taking a minute to let these two fight on. And that's not a bad strategy, you know. Look at this. Running neck breaker. Beautiful move there. And look at this, now Jax Wolf gets back in the ring. And Stephen Miller going straight for him. Following the early double team and a gut punch. Takes him off the turnbuckle. Took a little bit of a bounce there, watching that back on replay. And now look at this, Jax Wolf there, scooping him up, slamming him down, and Stephen Miller's going to roll out of harm's way. Meanwhile, Mason Foster, oh, and a big drop kick there, right in the bottom corner. Look at Jax Wolf. Well, that's a bit far. I'm not sure if he's going to stretch that. We'll see. Foster getting in a bit more of a good position. Didn't quite get all of it, but got enough on it. Back in comes Stephen Miller, and look at this, flying out the gate there. Drawing his attention, exploder suplex. Oh, and look at this, flips into another one. Oh, beautiful. And Stephen Miller looking for the triple threat. Look at this, boom. Big connection, and Jax Wolf stunned. Jax Wolf not afraid to bring out the triple German suplex. And these 3 men all eager to impress. And no bigger way to impress than to walk out with the Money in the Bank briefcase. Instantly, all eyes turn on you. Instantly, you become a star in the making. And look at that. End of Heartbreak. This early on. And now look at this. Oh, massive pile driver down. And straight into the cover. What a devastating move. Wasn't enough to put Stephen Miller away, though. And Jax Wolf coming out the gate strong here, as we thought he would. He is the veteran in this ring. The only man in this ring to appear in the trial era, as disappointing as he was during it. And look at this, Mason Foster re-enters the ring and deals with Jax Wolf. And now Stephen Miller going to fight Mason Foster in the middle of the ring while Jax Wolf is down. Going up top, high risk. What's he thinking? Oh, Stephen Miller's in trouble here. Mason Foster looking for the superplex. Oh, slap bang in the middle of the ring. Big connection. And look at that, Stephen Miller shrugged it off really well there. He just almost wasn't fazed by it. Now Mason Foster's got him trapped in the corner. He's going to Irish whip him right into Stephen Miller. And I don't think he anticipated him being up just yet. They crashed into each other, and Jax Wolf given the opportunity because of it to capitalise. And now look at this, targeting Stephen Miller, and Miller wasn't even paying attention. He was looking at Mason Foster. Oh, look at this, went for a shot to the back. Big counter. And now look at this. Oh! And an old-fashioned dirty deeds there. And now look at this. What's he thinking? Stephen Miller. He has the ring to himself now, him and Mason Foster. Needs to capitalise. Oh, look at this. Might be instantly going for a bit of payback. Oh! And a roll-up as well. Didn't quite go into the cover. Decides this time to go for it. Jax Wolf's going to be able to break up in time at the count of 2. Oh, look at Jax straight away. Not giving him a second. On the ropes. Oh! Look at that! A massive crossbody. Sending them both over the ropes. And a beautiful move there. And straight back into the ring goes Jax Wolf. Series of kicks there. Oh, look at this. A kick to the gut. What's he thinking? Oh, might have been looking for a powerbomb potentially. But Mason Foster saves himself. Look at that. What a kick by Mason Foster. That spinning heel kick. Nearly ripping off the head of Stephen Miller. And Mason Foster there with a DDT. Look at this. Oh, there's a neck breaker. And all of a sudden, Mason Foster with a lease of life here. Hasn't had the best of starts, but finally getting somewhere. Look at this. Oh! Massive butterfly DDT there. Straight into the cover. Has that done it? It's a 2. Mason Foster bringing out the big moves here. Oh, look, Stephen Miller. With it back behind the back takedown. Oh, look at that. Sending warning signs that the crowd are really into this one. This has been a really good start to this battle. And now look at this. Oh, potentially was looking for a brainbuster there. Big counter. Oh, and look at this. Foster. Oh, a nice suplex there. Drags him away from the ropes. Perhaps looking for a cover potentially. He's going to go for one. Jax Wolf not looking. Could be enough if he can land it. It's only a 1. And these 3 are fighting valiantly for one opportunity to be in the Money in the Bank ladder match at Uprising. Joining currently 5 other men, but it will be 8 at the pay-per-view. And Miller's going to roll out of harm's way. Oh, and a massive uppercut there by Mason Foster, who all of a sudden is in complete control of this match. And after a match that has been dominated by Jax Wolf, all of a sudden Mason Foster coming back with a second wind. And look at this. Mason Foster looking to fly. Oh, big counter by Jax Wolf. Massive shot. And now look at this. Oh, look at this. Jax Wolf, king of swing. Sending Mason Foster in circles. And look at this. Stephen Miller's going to get himself dizzy doing running around his neck like that. Oh, look at this. He got caught taunting. Looking for a rack attack. Oh, a spin-out powerbomb by Stephen Miller. And now the opportunity's there to get a cover on one of them. Oh, hold on a minute. He's not done. Jax Wolf still gets up. Still fights on. Foster is down and he might be out for the count. But there's no time to count because Jax Wolf just keeps popping up even despite of these clotheslines. Big counter. Oh, and a massive one there. And that's kept him down for a second. Mason Foster now back to his feet. Well, trying to get back to his feet. But Miller can go for the cover. And it could be enough. Foster's taking a hit. But they left it too late there to score the cover. Jax Wolf is down. A perfect opportunity has presented itself here for Stephen Miller. Oh, and a beautiful cutter. And Stephen Miller with an opening. Can he capitalise on it? Looking for something big here from the corner. Mason Foster's in trouble. If he can hit this. Running knee. Running knee by Stephen Miller. Straight into the cover. Jax Wolf is down. And I think Stephen Miller's going to take this one. No, a kick out at 2. A big kick out at 2 there by Mason Foster. Oh, look at this. Jax Wolf didn't quite get what he was hoping for there. Oh, look at that. Oh. Warning someone, threatening someone in the crowd there was Jax Wolf. Hold on a minute. Spins him around. Lumbar check. Lumbar check on Stephen Miller. Both men are down. He can get this right here in the middle of the ring. Miller caught off guard. Jax Wolf to progress to Money in the Bank. Has he done it? No, it's a 2 count. And everyone is just refusing to give in. Jax Wolf doesn't know what to do. He's pacing around the ring, trying to figure out what's next. What the next course of action is. To the middle rope. Oh, look at this. Went for a Hurricane Rana instead of a spinning powerbomb. And out goes Jax Wolf and now Mason Foster. With an opportunity to capitalize. He's sending into the top rope again. Perhaps looking for another superplex. Oh no, big counter this time by Stephen Miller. And now from the top rope, big crossbody. And straight into the cover. Not wasting any time. The referee quick to make the count there. Could get it. It's a 2. And that's the closest count of the match. And as this match progresses, these guys are getting more and more fatigued. More and more hurt. It's becoming harder to fight back. Went for the clothesline. Couldn't quite get it. And Stephen Miller takes him back down. Mason Foster is going to roll out of harm's way. Now left with Jax Wolf, who got caught taunting again. Look at this. Fisherman's neck breaker. And straight to the middle of the ring. Stephen Miller, he thinks he's done it. Is he about to go to the Money in the Bank? It's a 2 count again. Jax Wolf this time kicks out. And straight back to his feet, not wasting any time here, Stephen Miller. Looking for a brainbuster and connects. And now straight to the opposite side of the ropes. Stephen Miller begging him to get back to his feet. Mason Foster getting back to his feet on the opposite side. Oh, went for a clothesline from the springboard. Couldn't quite connect. And all 3 men back in the ring. Now look at this. Mason Foster takes one down, looking for the belly-to-belly to take down the other, but Jax Wolf counters it. And now on the ropes. Oh, look at this. What's Jax Wolf thinking? He's got him in a vulnerable position here. Oh, look at this, 619. Didn't follow through with it. It didn't go into the springboard, but Stephen Miller taunting. Well, Mason Foster trying to fight out here on Jax Wolf. Oh, look at this. He read that beautifully there, Jax Wolf. But still got met with the spear inevitably. And now Miller looking ready to put it away, but he didn't see Foster. And he gets him out of the ring. This is Foster's opportunity. Can he capitalize on it? Oh, big takeout to the ring. And that's not where he wants him. Stephen Miller's down in the opposite side. He needs to get him back in the ring because he has an opportunity to finish this. Back in the ring he goes. Can he finish this one off now, Mason Foster? Big counter though by Jax Wolf and a big knee. Right in the skull, and now look at this. Jax Wolf taunting. He's not even worried right now. He seems so comfortable. Look at this. And Jax Wolf picks up Foster. Where's he thinking? Sends him to the outside. And now going to send him back inside with a big suplex. Just missing the super kick there from Stephen Miller. Oh, look at this code breaker. That's busted him. Busted open Jax Wolf, and he rolls out of harm's way. And now Mason Foster and Stephen Miller left to fight in the ring. Countering each other. Trying to get an upper hand if they can. Another counter, this time by Foster. Oh, tried to spin him around there, but he couldn't quite do it. And now Miller with an opening for the crossface. Crossface, but he's on the ropes. Great save and ring awareness there by Mason Foster. Oh, but look at this. Jax Wolf gets him up on the shoulders. GTS! GTS! And into a punt kick if he can, and he gets it. Oh, look at this. A rear super kick. Disposing of Mason Foster, who got caught taunting. And this could be it. This could be it. Into the cover from Jax Wolf. Can Stephen Miller go down here? It's a 2. And this fight continues in what has been a fantastic match. These 3 doing whatever it takes to walk out with an opportunity at the Money in the Bank ladder match at Uprising. Countering each other here again. Stephen Miller quite good at these reversals. Look at that. Fall away moonsault slam. And that's a rare move you don't see often. And now look at this. Jax Wolf looking to make him tap here. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, he tapped. I saw that. I saw that. Miller tapped. But Foster distracted the referee enough, and the referee didn't make the count. Exploder suplex. And Jax Wolf might have just been robbed here because Stephen Miller's out. Is it going to be enough to get the cover, though? It's a 2. But I could have sworn that Stephen Miller just tapped out there. Still, the match continues. And Mason Foster going to take full advantage. butterfly DDT and straight into the cover. And it's a rope break. What? How is that a rope break? Well, Miller's kept alive again, this time by the ropes. And now wearing down on the limbs is Mason Foster. What a battle these three are putting on for the crowd. They are loving this. I'm loving this. This is a great match. And if this much excitement from just 3 men in the ring, imagine when 8 men step in the ring for the ladder match at the pay-per-view. Oh, look at this! Jax Wolf sticking up on Stephen Miller, looking to get the roll-up to walk away with the win. It's a 2. And look at this, at this point, just trying to do anything to get the win. And that's all any of them are trying to do. They're just trying to walk out with this big win. Went for a strike. Big counter by Jax Wolf. And now look at this. Bangarang! Big connection. And look at this. 3 bodies who have given everything for one big opportunity. And you can see what the Money in the Bank means to everyone. And these 3 are proving just that. Stephen Miller has him in the middle of the ring, snaps him over the shoulder. And a big kick to the back, but Jax Wolf just gets up, takes it no problem. Look at this. Miller caught off guard. Lumbar check. Lumbar check. And Mason Foster going to let him continue to wear down Stephen Miller. Oh, but look at this. He turned his attention at Mason Foster. Couldn't quite get the kick there that he was looking for. And now in the corner. Oh, ducks the Inseguri. And now an opportunity for himself. Couldn't capitalize. And look at this. Oh, big duck of the clothesline. And now gets him behind. Oh, and a big suplex. Jax Wolf's down and is he out for the count? Oh, no, it's not. It's a 2 count. Took too long to make the cover there on Stephen Miller following the lumbar check. But now Miller in trouble because Mason Foster is right on him. The referee nearly got taken out there. Well, look at this massive DDT. Picks him up. Straight back on him. Into the corner himself. Look at this. Just hammering shots now on the back. Oh, look at this. Oh! And nearly breaking the leg of Mason Foster. And oh, straight in with a drop kick. And a beautiful variety of moves there by Stephen Miller. And Mason Foster slipped out of the armbar just before Jax Wolf gets back in the ring. Oh, look at this. That elbow cut him open. And now we have 2 men of the 3 bleeding. Oh, look at that. Got caught taunting. Big mistake. Caught in a roll-up. Stephen Miller's in nowhere's land. Into the cover. It's a 2. And that was a little too close for comfort. And that's what happens when you get caught taunting. Oh, look at this. Oh, a massive suplex. Sweeping the legs there. And straight into the cover. But Miller's up this time. Oh, Miller just was willing to let him continue the damage there. But went straight for Miller, and Miller just got out of the way and now counters. Oh, and the crowd are loving this. They have been on their feet since like the first 2 minutes of this match. It has been so chaotic. And look at this. Stephen Miller. Jax Wolf's rolled out of the ring. Mason and Foster's in trouble. Miller with a chance to put this away. There's the brainbuster. Rolls him, drags him away from the ropes. This has surely done it. The cover by Stephen Miller. Has he done it again? No! Mason Foster kicks again. And I don't think Stephen Miller could believe that. I can barely believe it. Mason Foster kicks out again. And not wasting any time here. He's caught Miller off guard and Foster kicks. Oh, look at this. And back in comes Jax Wolf. Taking out Mason Foster. And look at this. The shots to the back of Stephen Miller, who's just trying to power through them. Oh, but look at this. And that's what you get for not turning to face your threat. And Stephen Miller's going to roll out of harm's way. Oh, look at this. Once again getting caught taunting. Jax Wolf on the roll-up. This could do it. Stephen Miller is nowhere's land again. And Jax Wolf steals it on the roll-up. Mason Foster gets caught taunting. And Jax Wolf has just earned himself a shot at the Money in the Bank ladder match. He joins Black Jesus as part of the Monday Night Mayhem team. And what a match that was. A 5-star classic if I've ever seen one. A beautiful matchup. They put everything on the line. But in the end, it ended in a roll-up. And that's what happens when you don't take your opportunities. And that also is an example of what happens when you do. He caught Mason Foster taunting for a second time, and the second time the roll-up won Jax Wolf the match. He's going to Money in the Bank, and do you know what? With the role he's on, I wouldn't be surprised if he walks out with that briefcase. Let's move on down the rest of the card. Time for a tag team match that actually can shape the Money in the Bank as well. Because the general manager came out and addressed the situation last week, which if you didn't see, these two men, Darmus and Black Jesus, the League of Gods as they call themselves, came out and attacked Greg following one of the quickest victories in WIW history in a 30-second match, near enough, with Greg. And then they went on to assault him, but Greg was rescued by Thomas, and the general manager has come out and taken interest in this. He said he's going to put together a tag team match between Greg and Thomas, who will be teaming up against the League of Gods. If they are able to beat the League of Gods, they will both get entry into the Money in the Bank ladder match. And since Black Jesus already has entry into the ladder match, if the League of Gods win, Darmus will join him in the ladder match. So a big opportunity on the cards here. Darmus might make it, but Greg and Thomas might make it. Greg has proven himself against Darmus. Hasn't walked out with a victory, but he's come very damn close. And here he is again with a partner to help him now. It's not 2-on-1 anymore, and this man has made such an impact on the crowd in such a short space of time. And you wouldn't expect someone like him to be doing the kind of stuff that he does. But week in, week out, he impresses. And that is why he's still on the show. But still without a win. And what a win it would be tonight, though. That would even get him Money in the Bank access. And could you imagine this man walking out with the Money in the Bank briefcase? That might just be one of the greatest things ever. Honestly, I'm thinking of it now. And he could do it, you know, because tonight, his tag team partner, you couldn't have asked for anyone better around this time. In the trial era, in the era that will not go on record, this man won the Money in the Bank ladder match. And he cashed it in the next month and became the champion on WIW. But a new era with new history. And it's been an up and down history so far for Thomas. Hasn't had the greatest of starts, but he's had his moments, he's shown his strength, and we've seen he still has the ability to knock anyone out with a single punch. If he is returning to the Money in the Bank ladder match, my money is going straight on this man to repeat, but this time for the first time in WIW's history, as it will go now into the record books. Big partner for Greg. But the question is, can Greg last longer than 30 seconds this time? He has done in the past, especially against Darmus. We're on the way here, and it's Greg and Darmus going to start this one off. Darmus with almost a point to prove, because it took him nearly half an hour to dispose of Greg, and it took his tag team partner 30 seconds. So he has a point to prove now. And especially with a lot on the line, a Money in the Bank opportunity on the line here for Darmus if he can capitalise. And I think the key here for Greg is probably to tag out as quickly as possible. I'm quite surprised that Thomas didn't request the start, but I guess Greg is the one with the issue between the two. And that is why he's straight in the ring here, Samoan Driver. And Greg is struggling straight out the gate as we feared he would. And a big punch there by Darmus and the League of Gods. Assembling, I'm assuming not just to take this man down, but Darmus has come out on record and he has made it clear that he has every intention of him and Black Jesus taking over both the tag team division and anything in general. And that's the tag he needed. Darmus couldn't break it up. In comes Thomas. And look at this, there's a drop kick. And looking for another drop kick. And Darmus stunned here as a third one. Comes down on him. That's the tag he needed. In comes Thomas. And look at this. Oh, Darmus fights back though. Trying to kill that momentum off the tag. And looking for a DDT. Sweeping the leg there. Beautiful connection. And he might look to tag out now to his partner. But Thomas blocking him off there just from his body position. And Damas got too distracted trying to make the tag, running knee. Greg back up on the apron. He got up pretty quickly. I'm quite surprised at that. And he made a very important tag there, which has already turned the tide in this one. Thomas taking it to Damas. Damas really struggling here to deal with Thomas. And now can finally get him in his corner to try and get rid of him and make the tag to Jesus, which he desperately needs at this point. But Thomas once again maintaining control, not letting him get an ounce of space. But a big counter and an inverted DDT by Damas. He can finally tag out now. And he does. In comes Black Jesus off the tag. But look at this. Thomas straight to him, and he's not wasting any time. Snap over the shoulder. And big, big elbows to the top of the head of Black Jesus. And Thomas. Oh, I thought maybe he was going for a tag there, instead going for the middle rope. The crowd getting hyped up here as Thomas is taking on the team single-handedly. But there's only so much you can do by yourself. But I'm sure Greg will be very eager to come and help if he can. We know Greg is a very happy competitor. One who loves to step in the ring and show what he can do. German suplex. His debut, he caught everyone by surprise. But I think over time he's got more and more hurt. And slowly but surely is falling back into obscurity. Look at this. Discus forearm to the back of the head. And these two... We've seen that too many times on Black Jesus. But Jesus has kicked out in the past. Can he kick out again? Straight into the cover. Damas isn't in a rush to save him at a count of 2. And as for Thomas, it was a surprise when we saw him come and save Greg. But it wasn't a surprise when we saw that him try to attack Black Jesus. These two with a long history with each other since Monday Night Mayhem was born. These two have locked horns so often. And look at this. Not wasting any time. Looking to wrap it up. We haven't seen this in so long. Knockout punch. Last time that was applied, Jesus was out like a light. And has it done the trick here? I think it has done, but Damas makes the save. Oh, look at this. Greg, big DDT on Damas. DDT on Damas. And now Damas rolls out of harm's way. No one for Jesus to tag to. And all of a sudden, the League of Gods have lost any control they have in this match. Tag made, and in comes Greg. Oh, and look at this. What's he thinking here? Oh, a beautiful move there. And now Greg in the ring. What can he do? To the middle rope. Looking to get some revenge on the man who attacked him last week. The League of Gods stunned by what they are seeing here in a double axe handle. From the middle rope. Oh, but look at this. The crowd are behind Greg. But Jesus isn't. He is not impressed. Oh, look at this. The referee paying too much attention to Greg. Then to notice that the turnbuckle's been removed by Black Jesus. And now begging him to get back to his feet. Oh, and a big double axe handle of his own. And not afraid to resort to any cheap tactics to get what they want here. Greg with the counter. He has an opportunity here to make the most of it. Oh, look at this. Went for a suplex. But Jesus proved to be too much for him to carry. Straight up and tosses him across the ring. Oh, and I thought maybe he was going to tag to Damas there. Decided against it. And look at this. Just wearing him down. And Jesus proving to be too much of a test for him. Spinning back fist. That's not a pretty sight. Tag in comes Damas. Decided not to go for the spinning powerbomb. I guess he wanted Damas to have a turn at revenge. And now that he's weakened him, it might be a lot easier for Damas. The Greek god and the Black god, I guess. These two have worked together really well. They've struggled a bit in this one. Oh, look at that. DDT again. And that leg sweeping DDT is proving to be quite effective here. And now getting him in a position. We know what he's thinking. Look at this once again. Just mocking him. Dancing around him. And dropping the elbow. And Damas has had Greg as a thorn in his side for quite some time. And he has a chance tonight to dispose of that threat and get a spot in the Money in the Bank ladder match. The new alliance has proved quite effective for him. And look at this. We haven't seen this in a while. Greetings from Greece. Greetings from Greece. Straight into the cover. Is Thomas going to break it up? He does. Oh, look at this. Went straight for him. But look at this. Thomas is just taking him on single-handedly. Thomas needs to make the tag. He needs to get back in there. Jesus is trying to do the same thing. I think Damas is trying to call for the cover again. That might not be a bad strategy, you know. But they're both down. And look at this. They're both crawling to their corners. Trying to make the tags if they can. Tag. In comes Jesus. Can Damas... can Greg make the tag? No, he turns around to get met by the big shoulder of Jesus. But look at this. Big counter. Inverted DDT. Do it now, Greg. Make the tag. Thomas is in. Thomas is in again. Back in comes Thomas. And it's Jesus. And Thomas once again. Fresh off the tags. And Thomas sending him straight into the corner. Thomas is really, really impressing everyone here tonight. And if he makes it to Money in the Bank, like I say, he's my odds-on favourite. And look at this, just wearing him down in the corner. Jesus, though, ready to fight back. Oh, look at this. Gets him up. Big counter again by Thomas, who seems to have the God's number tonight. Oh, look at this, though. Irish whip. Oh, and a massive boot by Jesus, who's looking to turn the tide back in his favour. Oh, look to spin him around there. Couldn't quite do it. Went for the kick. Misses, and a belly-to-belly by Black Jesus. And Greg has been pretty much carried on the backpack of Thomas, who's done great stuff here tonight. Look at this. Jesus now taunting, signalling the end is near. And look at this. A big deadlift powerbomb. And Thomas is now struggling. That's not what we wanted to see. If Thomas starts to slip, then it could be over. But Thomas once again fighting back. And now what's he thinking? Looking for a red arrow. A falcon arrow, excuse me. Big connection though. And now look at this. Damas begging for the tag. He gets it. In comes Damas. What can he do? Look at that big spinning forearm. And worrying signs here in the corner of Greg and Thomas. Damas back in the ring, the Greek god. Look at this. Oh, he's taunting Thomas now. In a match that's pretty much been 2-on-1. He's fighting his hardest here. Thomas doing everything he can, but right now the gods are proving to have the numbers advantage. He knows he can't tag in Greg. Greg's taking a beating here at the hands of the gods. Now Damas. Damas to the top rope. What's he thinking? Oh, a massive leg drop. And look at this. Tried to crawl to make the tag there. Rolls out of harm's way for a second. But now Thomas has an opportunity to capitalize. Can he do it? Gets him up on the shoulders. Oh, and a massive detonation kick. Considered the tag. Decided against it. And now what's Thomas thinking? Thomas in the corner. I haven't seen anything like this from Thomas. Went for a discus, big boot, and connect. Damas rolls out of harm's way and straight into the cover and the attack from behind, but a rope break occurs. Oh, look at Greg. Look at Greg taking matters into his own hands. And now look at this. Damas attacking Greg. And there's no real reason for it. The Greek Gogs doing whatever it takes to win. And gets him up now. Looking for a suplex. Oh, and legs flicked off the ropes there for added impact. Look at this. Targeting Greg and Thomas. He doesn't care who he takes out. He wants an opportunity at Money in the Bank, and he's got an opportunity to do just that here. Look at this. Up on the shoulders. Aeroplane spin. And Greg is just being destroyed by Damas, and there's no reason for it. He's not the legal man, but it's given Thomas an opportunity to capitalize, and now he's got him up on the shoulders. Might be looking for another detonation kick. And Damas got cocky there. He got confident. Tried to get rid of Greg and prevent any breakup of a pin attempt. Thomas trying to fight back, though. Hasn't been able to do so as of yet. But look at this. Beautiful move by Damas. Boom, big counter. Big counter by Thomas. And now he's got an opportunity. Can he capitalize on it? Spins him round. Gets him up. That's what he needs. Electric chair. Looking for the forearm. Connects to the back of the head. The electric chair forearm straight into the cover. Jesus is probably going to break it up, but it could be enough, and it's a 2 count as Jesus breaks up the count. Black Jesus makes the save, but Damas is still fighting back here. But so is Thomas. Greg is down on the outside. I don't know if he's back to his feet as of yet. But Thomas doing a solid job here, and once again looking for this discus big boot. I don't know where this is coming from him. Oh, he didn't even spin that time. And it was too close, and Damas can easily do it there. Oh, look at this. Damas is taunting him now. There's no need for this. King a swing, and that was a short one as well, but so fast. Did you see the speed on it? And there's an elbow drop. And a kip up for style. Jesus is definitely hurt on the outside. Now look at Damas. Snap suplex. And look at this. He knows he's in control and he's playing to the crowd. They're really getting into this matchup as Damas looks to put it away here. It's been a good fight for Thomas, but there's only so much he can do. Greetings from Greece. Connects straight into the cover. Oh, his hand's on the ropes there. The referee's not seeing the ropes, and he kicks out anyway. Thomas kicks out on his own accord, but look at this. Straight in for another one. Looking to seal the deal. Greg's been taken out. That's got to be it if he connects. Greetings from Greece. And Damas is going to the Money in the Bank ladder match. Big win for the League of Gods. That is what they needed. And now Damas is going to be joining Black Jesus in the Money in the Bank ladder match. What a win for him. Greg and Thomas put on a fight, but in the end, Greg was dismantled, and Thomas could only do so much by himself. He put up a fight, but in the end, the League of Gods pick up a huge, huge victory. So now Black Jesus, Damas, and Jax Wolf, 3 men chosen to represent Monday Night Mayhem in the Money in the Bank ladder match. And could you imagine if one of these two walk out with the title? It could mean trouble for the WIW champion if he doesn't have enough on his plate already. Let's move on down the rest of the card. Time for some more big matchups, and this match has been brewing for weeks. We saw it already at the High Voltage pay-per-view, but now this man has called out for another go at the European champion Jace. It is Brad Skeens who's going to go one-on-one with Jace here tonight. And Jace has been off TV for quite some time, and you'll see why in just a few moments. But the American Brad Skeens looking to hold on a minute. Jace isn't here to wait around. Look at this. He isn't interested in a match. He's here to demolish him. And Jace with a new look. Oh, well, maybe he is here for a match. But blindsides Brad Skeens, and these two. It started off a friendly match at the European title. Well, I say it started off friendly. It started off with Jace attacking him, but I thought at the end these two were past it. But Brad Skeens called Jace out for a rematch, and now Jace, I'm pretty sure this is Jace's way of saying he accepts. And a big gutbuster there. And this match hasn't begun, but I don't know if they're planning to let it start. Looks like these two are planning to take each other out before they even get to the ring. Brad Skeens sending a message to the current European champion, but the champion sending one straight back there. Look at that running knee. Oh, and a massive shot there. These two battling on the outside. This is a fight that has become quite aggressive between the two. Skeens wants to get this back in the ring, but it looks like Jace has no interest in doing so. And look at these two straighting shots on the outside, and Skeens takes down the European champion. Well, I think that's Jace's way of saying challenge accepted. But it looks like the match is going to happen. Brad Skeens gets it back in the ring. And I think the referee's eager to start this one. But Brad Skeens Not backing down from the champ. And the referee rings the bell. Jace now straight on the attack there and a massive spear. And you can see now why the champ has been away off TV for quite some time. Jace giving himself a new look here for his era as European champion. And Brad Skeens trying to end that reign as champion. Had an opportunity to do it before, couldn't quite do it. Oh! And at least blow a gutbuster with the knees. And now looking for the springboard. Connects quite well, but hurt himself on the landing. It didn't land particularly great. And assigns the things to come if these two clash at Uprising. But I have a feeling that they will do. Because right now, these two can't keep their hands off each other. And not in a good way. Okay, that was the most disturbing thing I've said. Oh, and a massive double stomp. And Jace coming out of the gates here as the bell rang. Got the jump on Brad Skeens, but Skeens countered it very well. But this match continues. And now look at this. Hammering away the fists of Jace. And now a stomp as well. And Skeens, in the brief time he's been on WIW, has made a massive impact. Didn't win on his debut, but won his second match, which offered him a #1 contender shot at this man's title. And since then, these two have been locking horns, trading fight after fight to see who the better man is and who deserves to be the European champion. So far, Jace has come out on top of the one occasion they fought for the title. But Brad Skeens believes he's ready to take it. He's ready to win. But the question is, can he do that? Look at this single leg Boston Crab. Quite near the ropes here. He could reach it. But he kicks out. He fights out of it. And now Jace gets him in a good position here. And look at this. Taking it to the outside. And the referee, now this match has begun, can start a count. But they have no interest in count out. They're taking it straight back in the ring here. Oh, and Skeens in trouble. Oh, and an end of heartbreak. That's going to do you back in. Straight into the cover. Is it going to be enough to steal the deal? It's only a 2 count. And Jace looking ready to put him away here. What's Jace got in mind? He's going for the GTS. Can he connect? Yes, he does. And follows through with a punt kick. And Brad Skeens. Damage has been done. But Jace isn't done with him. He wants to destroy who I guess is now his #1 contender once again. Skeens. Oh, tried to catch him off guard there. Couldn't quite do it. And an inverted DDT. And now dragged to the middle of the ring. Skeens in trouble. Oh, look at this. Big knee. And a discus clothesline. And Jace straight on the attack here. And Skeens did well to fight him off at the ramp. But since getting in the ring, he's really struggled to keep him away. And look at this. 3 massive knees. And Skeens is busted open. And the American man dealing with the European champion, but struggling to keep him down here tonight. And although he was blindsided, you got to imagine if we see these two again in the ring, oh, that Skeens will keep fighting until he gets the European title. But these two will lock horns again. But can he beat Jace? Oh, a massive spear by Skeens. And straight into the cover. 1, 2. Oh, he nearly stole it there. And that was Skeens' issue at the pay-per-view. Couldn't get the job done. But he says he's learning. He says he's evolving. He's trying his best to take down the champ and become a champ himself. There's a forearm. And another one. And Jace stunned here at this new lease of life here from Brad Skeens and a running bulldog. And all of a sudden a fight is back here at Skeens. And now look at this. Wheelbarrow neckbreaker. Slap bang in the middle of the ring, and Skeens might get it here. That could be enough to beat the champion. He's the no. That was really, really close to a 3 count. Skeens thinks it was a 3 count. He doesn't get it though, but now looking to put him away. Jace might have regretted that earlier attack. Speared by Skeens straight into the cover, and he's knocked off the champion. Well, if he didn't have a title match before, he's definitely got one now. Brad Skeens knocks off Jace one more time. And that was a beautiful, beautiful match. Even from the start when they fought on the ramp, Skeens fought back valiantly, despite nearly being destroyed at times by Jace. And in the end, it was his spear that did the trick. And Skeens picks up the win over the champ that he needed. And I guess now, at Uprising, Brad Skeens will get one more shot at the European Championship against Jace. And that's what he was after, and he got it. He had to fight hard to get it though. Can he finally conquer Jace and become the European Champion for the first time? Let's move on now the rest of the card. And another big matchup. And we still haven't even hit the main event. And Jaden's out here to face Aaron Albright, who's not wasting any time. Look at this. Aaron Albright coming straight out the gate here for Jaden. And Jaden has had enough of being beaten down, and that's exactly why he asked for this match. And these two are going to lock horns here tonight. Here we go. The bell rings. And Aaron Albright, the WIW champion. We still haven't seen him really come out with the belt other than the one time, because he's too interested in disposing of the competition to show off that he actually is the champion. And Aaron Albright wasted little time going straight for Jaden here, who wanted this match to finally stop being beaten down by Rage and by Albright. Of course, at Uprising, these three are going to have a massive triple threat matchup for the WIW Championship. And Aaron Albright doing whatever it takes to win and retain that title. Of course, it was Jaden that helped him get the title in the first place. And now Aaron Albright looking for a big splash. And even used the ropes there for a bit of leverage. And Aaron Albright came out of the gate swinging before the bell even rang. And that's giving him the upper hand here against Jaden. But Jaden fighting back though. He's here to prove that he's not just a pushover. He wants to be the champion. He's fought hard for it. He earned the initial shot, but then injury gave Albright an opportunity, which Jaden helped him capitalize on, thinking that he'd finally disposed of the Beast. But the Beast is still there, but tonight he is not here, and he'll be watching on, enjoying as Albright and Jaden try to rip each other apart before Uprising. And Jaden trying to fight back, and he is doing so valiantly. And the crowd not behind him at all, as can be expected because of the stuff that he's been up to. Both him and Albright, really. Rage, probably the fan favourite of the three that will be battling at the pay-per-view. And now look at this. Oh, and a massive drop kick. And now Jaden to the middle rope. This is ambitious. Waiting for Albright to get back up. Might be in a better position to connect. And he connects with a headbutt there. Beautiful connection there by Jaden. And Jaden bringing the fight to the WIW champion. Trying to prove he deserves to be the champion. Proving, doing whatever it takes to destroy the champion for everything he's put him through over the last couple of weeks. Drop kick. Oh, look at that. Signaling the end there is Jaden. Spins him around. Big suplex. But Jaden is hurt. And he's tired. But bridges into the cover. Oh, and it's not even a 1 count. And that's not a good sign for Jaden. That is not what he wanted to see. He would have wanted at least a 1. And look at this. Now Albright fighting back as these two trade fists. Oh, and there's a beautiful move on the arm. And now trying to scoop him up. Couldn't quite do it. And now Jaden fighting back. Look at this. That's what he needed. Into the knee bar. Right in the middle of the ring. There's no rope breaks this time. Connects with the knee bar. Can he get it? No, it doesn't get out of it. Albright gets out of it. And look at this. Went for the DDT straight away. But Jaden fights on still. Big reversal. Big counter. And now look at this. Looking for the Famouser. Connects. There's the Famouser right next to the ropes, though. Can Jaden get the rope break? 2, 3. No, he doesn't. Albright wins again. And the dominant reign of the WIW champion continues as Albright knocks off another one in his past. First Rage last week and the week before, and now Jaden. And right when Jaden looked like to win it there with the knee bar, couldn't capitalize, and the Famouser takes out Jaden. All he had to do was reach for the ropes and he'd have done it. But Jaden is defeated. And Rage must not be enjoying himself anymore. These three will inevitably lock horns, but I think Albright has now made this more of a 2-on-1 situation. But the WIW champion making it clear he has no intentions of backing down. This year is his year. Can he retain against the odds? It would be a big match for him if he can. Big win here tonight, though, and that's exactly what he needed. Let's move on down the rest of the card to the main event of the evening. It's been a jam-packed night on a jam-packed show full of action, and we're still not done because tonight's main event is for the Mayhem Tag Team Championships. And here come the challengers who are hungry to recapture their titles and become two-time tag team champions. That's right, Coach Wilson back at ringside after not coming out for quite obvious reasons, leading out his team of Patrick Green and Kazarian Zander. Here come the linebacks, who have been so dominant until, of course, Up, Down took the titles from them, and since then they've been struggling for control. It's been back and forth between the two teams, and tonight we will finally see who is going to win the war that has been brewing for weeks. Will it be the linebacks, or will it be the Up, Down team? They've been battling for weeks here, and finally we will see who the tag team champions will be once the rematch is out of the way. The linebacks, this is a huge night for them, and Coach Wilson is here to cheer them on as he did the first time these two fought for the tag team titles. But their opponents, they're getting to know really well, and they know the threat that they face, especially as they are the champions. We know how difficult it is from past experiences to take the titles away from these two men. A man who knows how to run a tag division, and a man who has helped him since day one achieve greatness here in WIW. It is the amazing team of El Murpho and Austin Creed, the Monday Night Mayhem Tag Team Champions, are here tonight. It is Up, Down, fully kitted out for the first time, and we finally get to see the tag team titles around their waist as well. I feel like the champions this year haven't really shown a lot of the silverware, but when they have, it looks great, and these two finally fully kitted out, and they look great in the matching stuff, repping the Up, Down gear and the titles. This amazing team didn't get off to the best of start, but once again they are the tag team champions, exactly like in the trial era when they were tag team champions. They started off slow, they struggled, but once again captured the titles. And now they've got a tough task here tonight, and they are fully aware of the threat that the linebacks face. Will we be having the first two-time champion here tonight in the main event in the linebacks, or will Up, Down retain? That's what it's for. The fight, the Monday Night Mayhem Tag Team Championships. Big prize on the line. The linebacks have won that title already before. Can they do it again? Coach Wilson's here to make sure the job is done. But these two, determined not only to walk out with the titles, but to destroy Up, Down. And you know that is the goal from them two. And as for the champions, they've had a mixed reaction to the linebacks. Some wins, some losses, mainly the wins in singles action. But tonight they are here to make sure they get rid of them for good. They get rid of their rematch clause, then they have no longer have business to take care of with them. And the Mayhem Tag Team titles are what they are fighting for, what they have put their careers on the risks here tonight and all the other nights building up to this. The Mayhem Tag Team Championships, a highly anticipated tag team matchup. And we finally are ready to get this underway. It's Kazarian Xander and El Murpho starting this one off. An unusual choice from the two teams there. And straight out the gate with a snap suplex is Kazarian Xander. And the linebacks, usually in the tag teams on Monday Night Mayhem, or on Friday Fight Night for that matter, there's always one obvious man who is the powerhouse of the team. In this tag team, they're both powerhouses. There's no real aerial ability with these two men. They both have the same mission, and that is to come out and destroy their opponents any way possible. And that's what they have done up till now. They have wins against them in tag team action in the past. And of course, they won the tag team titles. And now, once again, these two lock horns. They didn't want to wait for Uprising. Coach Wilson said, now's the time to strike. Now's the time to cash in the rematch. And that's exactly what they've done. And Coach Wilson doing whatever it takes. Remember, this is a rematch clause match, which means if Up, Down, Down lose, they will not have an immediate rematch, and they will have to refight for the right to go for the tag team titles once more. And of course, they will be the first two-time tag team champions, the Linebacks, if they are to walk out victorious here. In comes Creed for the first time in this match, and a big shot to the gut. And big shots to the back. And as Kazarian turns around, he's met with he's met with a Hurricane Rana. Look at this. Got caught torn in, and right when he was in control of Kazarian, in comes Patrick Green off the tag, and look at this, a massive shoulder tackle. And straight back up for a clothesline from Patrick Green, and another shoulder tackle. And Kazarian took a beating there, but Patrick Green straight out the gate. Coming back strong, and look at this. Big shot and another one. Oh, look at this taunting now. Is Creed in a massive clothesline. And we know that the Linebacks aren't one for taunting. We know that they like to get the job done. They like to destroy them, and especially if they hate them. And that is exactly the case with Creed and Murpho. And now look at this, looking for the springboard and missed. And now, got him in a good position here. What can he do? Looking for a suplex, but he stopped it and used the suplex on the ropes. And Creed continues the dominance here. And that's what they wanted to see. And for these two teams, this is the decider. This is the rematch. Whoever loses doesn't have a rematch, no matter what the case is. They will have to fight again to earn the title shot. And these two have been battling for weeks on end for these tag team titles. You got to imagine it'll be a while before we see them lock horns again. Look at this. Lost in the woods and connects. Oh, and look at this. Coach Wilson coming to Patrick Green's rescue. And Green gets up. And look at this. Big suplex. And they haven't needed Coach Wilson for a couple of weeks. But it's good to have him there. And he's making the most of it. And now into the up, down, down corner. They have kept control, and they're keeping control. And now look at this. Unicorn Stampede. And the referee making sure Patrick Green doesn't get involved. Oh, look at this. Wilson's pouring a chair. Looks like Wilson's saying he has no interest in finishing this matchup. He's just saying take it and leave it. Or maybe he plans to distract the referee. Who knows? But for right now, it's looking like the end is already here. Unicorn Stampede. And straight into the cover. Wait, what? Oh, he decided against it. No cover. Murpho's not done. Oh, look at this. He's going to use the chair. Look at this. What? Up, down, down using the chair. And Coach Wilson's distraction has just helped out El Murpho. Well, I guess that's karma, but not quite what we expected to see from the tag team champions. I didn't think they would resort to it, but I guess the opportunity presented itself and they capitalized on it. Look at that. And taking out Creed. And now sending him into the corner. Oh no, sending him into his knee is what he did. And the Linebacks now trying to fight back after what has been a surprisingly terrible start from them. It's not every day we see them struggle quite like they have here today. Here's a cover, it's a 1 count. And with the pressure of the tag team titles on the line, it's adding up here. Massive DDT by Kazarian Zander. And now to the corner. Tags in Patrick Green. The linebacks fight on and they're fighting back valiantly. And El Murpho. Karma's coming back to strike him. The up-up-down team used the chair when the opportunity presented itself. But haven't capitalized on it since. Now El Murpho with an opportunity to do just that. Looking for a DDT. Chance from the crowd. Right in the middle of the logo. DDT. Connecting on the face. And Patrick Green is down. And look at this. The referee distracted by Kazarian Zander. But it's not going to save him here. Tag is made. Looking for it. Haven't seen this in a while. Midnight hour, and the referee made sure that he didn't intervene. And they might have done it here. They might have retained the tag team titles. Oh, and it's a save. And that was looking like a definite 3 count. But Kazarian Zander makes the save. And now look at this. Elbow drop from the middle rope. Kazarian's down. And there's only so many more times that Coach Wilson can intervene. Look at this. He's pacing on the outside. He doesn't know what to do anymore. He's waiting for his team to fight back. But so far, the fight back just isn't coming back that strong. But now Green, there's an opportunity to do just that. Irish whip to the corner. That's not where he wants to be. Oh, what a massive splash. And straight away picks him up. Oh, and a stun gun. And look at this. Big boot. And a leg drop. What a sequence there by Patrick Green. Who's not ready to give up just yet. He's not ready to give up and go home. Kazarian's still down on the outside, but Patrick Green fights on here and continues to fight, despite the fact Creed seems to have an answer for everything that he's throwing at him. And Wilson is not liking what he's seeing. He's been pacing for quite some time. Look at that. Look at the height there from that shin to the face. Oh, and once again, Wilson gets involved. Oh, and Creed is saying to the referee there, he's got to get rid of him, but referee reluctant to do so. And now look at this, looking for a DDT of his own. Connects. Kazarian's begging for the tag. But Green's down and he's hurt. And now Creed looking to put him away. And what's been a dominant match from the tag team champions so far. Rolls up. Lost in the woods. And straight into the cover. But the referee distracted distracted. And the lineback's still in the match. But Green is hurt. Look at the blood pouring from his face. And now looking to seal the deal. Looking to wrap it up. Up, up, down, down. Midnight hour. Straight into the cover. And is Kazarian going to be able to break it up too? He does. Right before the 3 count. And now a brawl breaking out of the ring. Oh, look at this. Kazarian taking out both of them. El Murphy got caught taunting. He let his guard down. But straight back up. Oh, and takes out Kazarian. And Kazarian's not able to break up any pins now. Now might be your time to capitalize if they can. Up, up, down, down. Have been in control of this match since the start. And they're still not done. Because they keep finding ways lying back to keep themselves in the match. But how much longer can they do it? Wilson can only intervene so many more times. And the pin can only be broken up so many more times, surely. But look at this, Patrick Green not ready to give up yet. Running haymaker. And getting the crowd hyped up here. But Creed just shakes off the haymaker as if nothing even happened. And a big boot. And a big punch. Trying to fight back any way he can. Oh, look at this, an aeroplane spin. Patrick Green bringing out whatever is necessary. He might want to tag out here, but I don't know how much better off Zander's going to be. Straight back into the corner. It's where he prefers to be. He knows the damage can be done in the corner. And looking to do just that. Going high risk. Oh my God, looking for a superplex, but he's not looking for it inside. Patrick Green looking to fly. Superplex to the outside. And all of a sudden, a fight back is beginning. And Patrick Green is continuing to fight back. Oh, look at this. Taunting him now. Bringing out that NFL charisma all of a sudden. And the crowd are loving this. As usual, it's been an absolute beautiful display of tag team wrestling from up, down, down, and the linebacks. And the linebacks might want to get this one back inside the ring. Power slam, remember. Champion's advantage does apply. Count out disqualification will result in up, down, down with the title. And look at this. He throws him back in the ring and Murpho's now been tagged back in. In comes Murpho and Green might have regretted chucking him in first. Massive drop kick. Look at this. Kazarian not even ready for a tag. But Murpho ready to put the match away. Big DDT in the middle of the ring. Oh, and Wilson again. Coming to Patrick Green's rescue. Who should have used that opportunity to tag, but Murpho once again with a counter. And a massive running DDT. Trying to make the tag, and once again, Murpho prevents it. And Murpho, begging him to his feet, ready for an end here. Gets him up on the shoulders. GTS! Straight into the cover. Wilson can't break it up. Oh, he does! Wilson does break it up. Wilson gets involved again. And the linebacks are still in it. And they just refuse to let the count happen. And how has the referee not ejected Coach Wilson yet? I don't know how this match is still going on. But ladies and gentlemen, they're showing true power and refusal to give in here. And a massive splash in the corner. And straight in with another shot. And Kazarian Green with the knee. Not Kazarian Green. Patrick Green. I knew I was going to do that at some point. But still fighting on. Now's getting them back in their corner. But couldn't capitalise. Big counter again by Murpho. Trying to get him up on the shoulders. Couldn't do it again. And a big counter by Green. Needs to tag out now. And I think he's gonna. He does. In comes Kazarian Xander. But I don't know how much better off he's going to be at this stage in the matchup. Remember, the tag team titles on the line here tonight. And back into the corner. Look at this. Straight away making the tag back in. Because they're looking for an end here. Green and Xander looking to take back the tag team titles. The Blitz. Hit with the Blitz. And straight into the cover goes Green. Woods, I think, is going to break it up. He's really close to him. Oh, wait, he hesitated, but he gets it in time. He does get it in time, but it didn't look like he was going to there. He hesitated. And Green back in the match. And I don't think that was the plan. I thought they won the match. And now back in the lineback's corner. And might tag back in. He does. And looking for another one. Straight off the bat from the other one. A second time. The Blitz. And straight into the cover one more time. Goes Kazarian Xander. Murpho is left alone here. No, it's a 2. Kicked out on his own accord. And the fight continues. And all of the control that up, down, down had, they're starting to lose. They need to start fighting back one more time. Putting everything on the line. And they're doing just that here. Murpho fights back. He might want to consider a tag out. He looked for it, but is Murpho up for it? Is Creed up for it? He is. He makes the tag. Coach Wilson continues to just watch on from the outside. He's pacing still. He's nervous. He's worried. I've never seen Coach Wilson look so scared of the threat that's in the ring. Because he knows his team have struggled. But all of a sudden the tides have turned. And a DDT, and that cuts Creed open. Creed is busted open from that massive DDT. And after countless breakups from Wilson, it looks like... Oh, look at that! What a counter by Creed. And straight into the cover. Could get him here. It's a 2 count. Saved by Kazarian. Patrick. Oh, and look at that stare down there from Creed on Patrick Green. And Green backs down. Big counter. I want to look at that, an Insiguri. Couldn't make the most of that counter. Oh, look at this. And again, a second time. You thought Xander would have learned from this first mistake. And a counter this time. And he actually gets away with the counter. And now Irish whip to the line back corner. Oh, and a big counter by Woods. Oh, and he tried to take advantage. Couldn't quite do it. And now trapped in the corner. Once again, they're trying to make the tag for the blitz again. But Creed just refusing to let it happen. And look at this, a massive Russian leg sweep in the middle of the ring. And now Kazarian Xander ready to put this one away if he can for the linebacks. Creed's up on the shoulders. Samoan driver, yes he does. He gets it. And into the cover. Oh wait, he's going to drag him away from the ropes first. Wise move, now into the cover. Murpho, can he get in to break up the count? No, he can't. The linebacks, no! And I thought the linebacks had just taken back the title. They haven't done it. They could not do it. And now look at this, Green. Not even the legal man. But he's going to hit him here with a running power slam. And Kazarian Xander now left alone with a very injured and hurt Austin Creed. And the tag team titles are in jeopardy here of returning back to the linebacks. DDT, slap bang in the middle of the ring. No Murpho to break up a count if they were to go for it. But they might be looking one more time for the blitz that they know will seal the deal. Oh, and he couldn't get it again. He still fights on. He just can't capitalize on it. There's only so many times he can get out of this corner. And look at this once again, still fights back. But he can't do it. He just can't get out of trouble. And finally the tag is made. Back in comes Patrick Green. And look at that massive elbow to the back of the head. And straight into the cover. He's taking a beating. But is it enough of a beating to keep him down? It's a 2. These two teams fighting valiantly. It's been a massive night here on Monday Night Mayhem. These matches going on, this card has gone on for longer than some pay-per-views have. But these two teams putting on a pay-per-view style matchup, a true classic. And Wilson once again with a distraction that costs Creed a chance to fight back. And the referee's got to get him disqualified at some point. And Green here, going top rope. Took him a minute to get there, but he's going high risk. Very rare sight here. Oh, and he misses. He misses. And now Creed has an opportunity. Can he capitalize on it? Sends him to his corner. That's what he needed to do. No, Green gets out of it. Green gets out of it and now sending him to his corner. Can Green get out of it? No, he can't. Tag made. And now look at this from the middle rope. Scoops him up. Oh, and a massive leg drop. And Kazarian Xander now looking to put him away. Looking for another Samoan driver. On Creed if he can get it. Up on the shoulders. Creed's in trouble. Samoan driver. Samoan driver. And straight into the cover. Have the linebacks finally done it? No! And Creed still kicks out. Fights on and still fights back. These two teams have given everything. And still, it's not been enough. And Green tried to come into the ring there. And now look at this. Into the corner. Running Bulldog. And just doing whatever it takes. These two teams, once again covered in blood. It's been an all-out war between these two teams. And it's coming to an end here tonight, one way or another. But at this current rate, it doesn't look like it is going to end. But Woods, Creed, looking to do it. Can he do it? Shining Wizard. Shining Wizard. That could be enough. Has he finally done it? Have they retained the Tag Team Championships here tonight? 1, 2, no! Saved by Green. He takes out the referee to do it. But look at this. Shining Wizard, no! Murphy got in the way. Interrupted the Shining Wizard. I guess he didn't want him to waste it on Green. And Green rolls out of the way. The referee's down though. There's no one to make the count for Creed if he goes for it. But Creed to the outside. Look at a flying connects. Might want to tag out here. He's taking quite a beating. The referee, the freshest man in the ring, and yet still, he took the longest to get up. Into the corner, Woods. He's got Xander, but what's he planning to do? Oh, and a massive takedown. And all of a sudden, Woods with a new lease of life. The crowd are loving this. But Xander fights back still. Neither team giving in this massive, massive main event. Oh, but look at this. Counter by Creed. Oh, look at this kick to the gut. And a neck breaker. Might want to tag out here, but still fights on. Look at this. Wheelbarrow. Facebuster. Doesn't go into the cover though, as usual. Coach Wilson prevented that cover from even happening. And good ring and good awareness there from Creed and Murpho. Look at this. Tag made. Back in comes Murpho. Needs to capitalize on the opportunity that they have, and he just can't do it. And now Kazarian has him trapped in the corner of the linebacks. He fights out again. They just can't land this second blitz. They can't make the tag. They need to do it. This third blitz, excuse me. It would be on Murpho. But look at this now. In the corner, once again, Green distracting the referee. And Xander playing to the crowd here before crashing into the corner. And now look at this. Ready to put this match away. Looking for another Samoan driver. I don't know if Creed's going to be able to even get back in the ring. That's surely done it. That's surely done it. Kazarian Xander and Patrick Green are now two-time tag team champions. They've finally done it. They've conquered up, up, down, down. And they've got the tag team titles back in their grasp. Kazarian Xander and Patrick Green. That's what they needed to do. They win the rematch. And the tag team champions just couldn't do it. They couldn't hold on to their titles when the rematch clause was cashed in. And an amazing fight from both teams. But the line from a hard-fought victory. They have recaptured the wait a minute! What? That's the Wolfpack! What the hell are the Wolfpack doing here? They shouldn't be here. This is not their brand. And look at that. Just whacking down the champions with not even their own titles. Total disrespect. Well, what that's about, I guess we'll have to find out on Friday Fight Night. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Be sure to leave a comment on your thoughts and feelings on the episode, and I will catch you guys in the future. Peace.